What's happening, everybody? It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, here with my review for Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, I have to let you know first and foremost, it's going to be spoilers because I got to tell you about some things. So if you have not seen the film just yet, go check it out, come back, pause it right here, come back, and you'll understand everything. First and foremost, let me say after watching this, I came up with several conclusions. If you follow me on social media, you'll know what some of these are. Number one, Ving Rhames is my father in another universe. Plain and simple. He looked like he could be my daddy. Like, he had a smile moment. I was like, that's my father. That's my daddy. Like, he should claim me. Like, I know who my real daddy is, but I could use him on a DNA test or something. Two, Henry Cavill deserves any film he wants. Give that man his Man of Steel sequel. It is worthwhile. He does a hell of a fine job in this film to the point where you're like, yo, give that man all the roles he wants, including with all the mustaches. I'm talking about regular mustache, goatee connecting, handlebar, anything but a Hitler one, because I'll be like, you sneaky son of a bitch. But give that man what he wants. Third, I am now officially okay with Tom Cruise playing a Green Lantern of sorts. It can't be Hal Jordan. I can see him being a Guy Gardner, a Kyle Rayner. Those are my thoughts initially. Christopher McQuarrie as the director knocked this out the park. The visuals are phenomenal throughout this movie. A lot of the one-shots we all heard about during the filming process that Tom Cruise did a lot of his stunts. So the CGI you see in certain things is pretty much minimal, and it shows. Also, Tom Cruise is 59 years old, and he is running his ass off in a lot of these scenes, and you're like, this man really trains for this movie. So I have to personally go back and retract some of the things I've said about him after watching this film. Like, I'm a fan of all of the Mission Impossible movies. I'm not going to even lie to you, but I never knew what to expect out of Fallout, and it was amazing. Angela Bassett is playing the role of Erica Sloane. She's the head of the CIA. She's basically Henry Cavill's boss. Angela Bassett is phenomenal in no matter what role you put her in. But to see her being like, yo, this is what I got to do is great. The twist where you kind of saw it coming in the beginning is basically that Henry Cavill is the bad guy we're looking for. And it works the way they do it. It's not blatantly thrown at you until one point you're like, okay, this is what it is. But then you start to see it in how he plays the two sides, the double agent per se. Simon Pegg is hilarious in this, and they give him a lot more action. They've been giving him a lot more action in these movies as Benji. Michelle Monaghan makes a return as Julia at the end, and she is now, we find out, remarried. And she stands by. She still has that feeling for Ethan Hunt, just like Ethan has that feeling for Julia. But of course, they can't be together because he got to save the world every go round. Who else is there? Like I said, Ving Rhames. Let me tell you something. There are certain they don't use Ving Rhames as Luther Stickle to the best of their abilities in these movies. I always felt like he was always pushed as an ancillary character. This time, they made a lot of who Ethan Hunt is based around a moment with Luther. So long story short, they're trying to get these plutonium cores to stop this terrorist group from making nuclear bombs. There's a point where Luther is snatched up out of the truck and he's being held hostage with a gun to his head. And the hostage takers or the terrorists, they tell Ethan Hunt that you give us the cores or we kill your friend. And in most situations, the agent is supposed to take the cores over the friend. But it shows you how much Ethan is a friend, and he shoots Luther. He shoots Luther in the chest, knowing Luther has on a bulletproof vest, and he lives. This comes back later to the conversation that Luther has with Julia when he tells how Ethan is in the position where he is now with trying to save the world because he wouldn't let him die. And you watch Ving Rhames go through a level of emotion you have not seen in a while. He gets teary-eyed and you see his eyes watering up, and it made me a little misty-eyed because I'm like, yo, the way he connects through the screen with you is amazing. Sean Harris as Solomon Lane, you gotta love it. Plain and simple. You just gotta love it. I want to get to one of the biggest things we saw throughout the film, and that would be the helicopter scene. Of course, we heard about Tom Cruise hanging off a helicopter, no net, no stunt dude. This is him. What you didn't see in trailers or until you really got to see the film is how they took a lot of one-shots where they set up GoPros and things like that inside the helicopter. So all of the action you saw the actors going through was direct there. It wasn't CGI. It was actually happening. Remember, Tom Cruise also took helicopter lessons to learn how to fly for this movie. Well, it got to a point where both the helicopters crashed. I mean, the one that Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill landed respectively, they both crashed and they're on a mountain fighting. Now, this is after Henry Cavill got burned in the face by engine oil, and they are fighting over the edge of a mountain, and you can see this is real. Christopher McQuarrie makes the decision to show you all that this is a real mountain they fighting on. This isn't a green screen in a studio. We got them fighting on this mountain. Now, maybe there are some points where it is green screen and it is movie magic, but as a whole, look, we're going to show you this. And the fights and the things that Ethan Hunt has to do, going back to he goes back to the rock climbing that we saw in, I believe it was Mission Impossible 2, basically doing that. And it's just like Tom Cruise is risking life and limb to give us, the viewers and watchers, an enjoyable film, and he definitely delivered with that. I don't know if I gave y'all a lot of spoilers, but I think I gave you a decent amount. I don't want to give you too much. Oh, yeah, before I forget, if you haven't seen the gift that shows Henry Cavill, who cocks his arms, and out of cocking his arms, he grows a beard and manifests a pocket on his shirt. Well, you can tell what was during the reshoot. So I knew that scene was coming up because I kept seeing the meme on Twitter and things like that. I made sure I paid extra close attention to when that was happening. If you pay close attention, and this is going to be something most people won't do, you'll see the slight little glitch where it comes together. Because they had to stretch the tape out, stretch the film out at one end and stretch out the other, try to merge it together. But you'll see it. It's like, oh, it's kind of cute what y'all did. But the fight scene we see, you would think, because of the trailers, you think that's Henry Cavill fighting Tom Cruise. No, they're fighting the Asian guy who they think is this head terrorist they're looking for. And this Asian gentleman is whooping they ass. I will just say, I've had so much fun with Fallout. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it could potentially be overhyped because there are a lot of films that come out and a lot of people, myself included, have pumped them up to the stratosphere, and for others it's just not the same. This movie lives up to the hype. This movie gives you all that you've asked for and more, and you can't be mad about it, okay? So if you've seen Mission Impossible Fallout, I want you to let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, alright? Share this video. Make sure people get to know that, there's some exciting shit in Mission Impossible Fallout that they need to check out, alright? Join my supervillain squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I'm going to be putting up some stuff on here, some interviews on there that I won't put on here or anywhere else. The Mad Titan podcast is coming soon. I'm just getting a few things done. I'm waiting on the music, like I told y'all, that ain't on me. And so when we get those done, the Mad Titan podcast will be launched. It is similar to the Trusty Sidekick, pretty much the same thing as just myself and random guest hosts that will be coming in every week and having a lot of fun, giving you all the caught-ups and happenings in the Marvel and DC live-action cinematic universes, okay? Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. I will holler at you guys later. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.